Anthony Davis has been significantly more formidable and consistent over the last 2 weeks. Chris Broussard is joining me, former New York Times, worked at the other place now, Fox Sports NBA analyst, and works with Rob Parker, crazy Rob Parker, and the Odd Couple. So let's bring in Chris Broussard. So I got to be honest, I like the Clippers, but listen, they adjusted. Frank Vogel adjusted. They went a little smaller. Could I say this morning, Lakers are playing better than the Clippers?
Yes. In fact, I said that very thing on Undisputed this morning. Look, I'm sticking with my Clippers pick. Clippers in 7 in the Western Conference Finals. I went into this week thinking 55-45 Clippers. Now, Colin, I'm at about 52-48. Because of take integrity, I'm going to stay with my pick. But I agree, the Lakers are playing better basketball right now. I do think the Clippers, the Lakers have reached their
Yeah.
The Clippers are climbing towards their A game.
Yeah.
One thing advantage that the Lakers do have right now, at least, Anthony Davis is, you can mark him down for at least 26 and 10. At least. I can't do that with Paul George. I know the 10 is a lot for George, but I can't mark him down for 26 points. I can't mark him down for 23 points. So if I'm the Clippers, I'm going to need Paul George to be much more consistent. Give me his A game virtually all 7 times out for them to win this series. Now, I think they're deeper. I think they're tougher. I think they're more comfortable in the role of the hunter. And they've been the hunted in these first 2 rounds with Dallas and Denver. Come next week when they face the Lakers, they will be back to the hunter, which I think they're more comfortable in. So for those reasons and a few more, I've got the Clippers still. But you're right. The Lakers fans got to.
They really do. Okay. So a lot of blame goes around when you lose a series. I'm not into Houston. They could have lost. Frankly, they could have lost to Oklahoma City, which is a rebuilding team. I didn't buy the Westbrook Harden thing. I think they're too ball-centric. D'Antoni probably gets fired. But let's talk about James Harden for a second. Last night, you're the leader of the team. I didn't think they played with a lot of spirit. They didn't play with a lot of energy. Be as honest as you can about James Harden. Beyond being a great scorer, is that the ceiling? Just he scores a lot.
It's looking like, Colin, it was sad. It was just sad. And the 2 saddest things are that now, one, it was predictable. I wasn't even surprised. I didn't go in predicting, he's going to have a horrible game. But was I surprised? No, because he's done this time and time again. In 6 previous elimination games, 25% from 3-point range. And there's something about 2 for 11. 4th time he's gone 2 for 11 in a big game. And a guy that averages 35 points a game, taking 11 shots, I get it. He got to the foul line. That shows some level of aggressiveness. He got there 20 times. But I need more than 11 attempts. And it looked like, Colin, it almost looked like he conceded. Like he gave in and kind of said, yes, I am that guy that you guys been saying I am. I am that guy that's not going to deliver in the big playoff moments. And I love Harden. I'm not one that thinks his game is boring and hate to watch it. I understand how difficult it is to do what he does. But I got to be honest, in these playoffs, this is going to be a big stain on his legacy, without question.
Yeah, no, I just see him different. Listen, Karl Malone's a great player, but I never thought he was the same player in the playoffs. I just never did. It was the reality of it. So, Kawhi Leonard, you are the company you keep. Whoever your friends are, people will make certain judgments, who you hang out with, who you are. You start looking at all these clubs Kawhi Leonard's in. All-Star Game MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, 2-time Final MVP and champion. I'm telling you right now, if every NBA player lined up were at the YMCA, I'd take LeBron 1 and Kawhi 2. If he wins a 3rd title as MVP, Chris, he's in my top 10. He's on my starting 5.
Ooh.
Well, here it is.
Right,
I'm taking Kareem Magic, Michael, given. And then 2 forwards. You can have Bird. I'm taking LeBron, Kawhi.
I'll take Bird. And then there's a guy named Tim Duncan that I might take, that I would take over Kawhi. First of all, your philosophy about you are who you hang with, it scares me and makes me cringe considering I do a show with Rob Parker. but nonetheless, look, Colin, I love Kawhi. I think he and LeBron are battling for that best player in the world. I think it's LeBron. they're in a war, tug of war for it. But this is too premature. Look, you know what I say, Colin. When we differentiate between the all-time greats, we nitpick. And I got a nitpick with Kawhi right now.
Why?
The first championship, let's assume they win it this year. The first championship, that wasn't his team. I know he won Finals MVP. That was like almost like Andre Iguodala winning Finals MVP in Golden State. You could have picked several guys. That was still Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili's team. And Kawhi averaged 13 points that year. So that wasn't his team. He didn't lead them to the championship. The second championship, major credit to it, because we know Toronto could not get over the hump. However, they don't win that if Kevin Durant doesn't get hurt. I don't think they win in the championship that's far superior to his other two. It's way too soon for top five. What I do, Colin, if he wins it, I think he's right there with Kevin Durant at 15 to 20 range. More toward 15, all-time great 15. But look, he's got several years left to add championships. But right now, top five, no. And like I said, Bird, Duncan, as far as forwards, definitely taking them over Kawhi.
Only 30 seconds left. The last 11 years, LeBron, Kawhi, or a Western team has won the final. Regardless of Raptors, Celtics, can an Eastern team win the finals?
You never say never, but no. It's one of these LA teams. This is not only the city championship, it is the NBA championship that's coming up. So it reminds me of Lakers Spurs back in the day with Kobe, Shaq, and Duncan in the Spurs. This team's winning it, the winner of this.
Look, he looks so well appointed, well dressed. Rob Parker's a total professional, and he will co-host a show with crazy Rob Parker in a couple hours. Good seeing you, buddy.
And the beer's getting better every day, Colin. Sean Connery. Now it's Sean Connery. It's your Connery.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Chris Broussard. Thanks, buddy. Raycon has new wireless earbuds, the Everyday E25s, 15% off. Go to Raycon, buyraycon.com/herd, buyraycon.com/herd. So many NFL. I'm looking at all the schedule right now. I can sit and stare. The staff makes fun of me every morning. I'm like, give me the standings and give me the schedule. I just stare at them. And Goulet throws me hockey scores. There are so many good games this week. I'm trying to look at a stinker. Chicago, Detroit doesn't fascinate me. Even Philadelphia, Washington. I want to see Dwayne Haskins. I got to see him. I want to see him with Ron Rivera. That defensive front with Chase Young is going to be a top 3 defensive front in the NFL. They were good last year. Now they added Chase Young, and Ron Rivera's a great defensive coach. Not a whole lot of surprises
with Jets Bills, but it's still a division game.
Yeah, no. I think I love Sam Darnold, so I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, Vegas against Carolina. These are not great teams. Cannot wait to watch Gruden and Carr. Raiders are interesting. They're not going to be good, I don't think, but they're interesting.
Yeah, every game is good. Every game has a storyline.
Oh, man, Cleveland. Talk about short straw. They chose Baltimore at Baltimore. Harbaugh's one of the best opening week coaches in the NFL. Oh, that's a tough draw for Baker.